everybody, and welcome back to Riding the Road with Ralia. In the 2 minutes I've been on the highway since leaving my house, after my journey of even getting to the highway from my house, I have witnessed 3 different kinds of roadkill that I've passed, someone getting pulled over, and countless examples of idiotic driving. So I figured it would probably be a good day to record. Let's start with the driving, I guess, because Oh, they have an Iowa plate. That makes so much sense. Okay, so, a little bit of backstory here, or explanation for the hot mess I'm currently driving through. So, I'm trying to head into town, and I have to drive through a few little small towns to get there. I live in such small towns, whatever, it's like all in a straight line along the highway, if that makes any sense, and my destination is at the end of it along the river. So, there's currently a bunch of road construction in one of those towns, and it's pretty wonky. I don't know what on earth they were thinking, but they're redoing all of their, water piping, I believe. It's for that anyway. Something with the water. And that pretty much requires tearing up the entire road and sidewalk along the entire stretch of Main Street. And I think they're also just redoing the road anyway, because it's been pretty torn up for a while, and the potholes were big enough to swallow a small child. But anyway, so currently they have it so that Main Street is only one lane, and they've rerouted the other lane to go through a neighborhood and a back road. It's really strange, but it's very confusing to a lot of people, especially because it seems like they change it every single day. It's especially confusing, I guess, for Iowa plate drivers, and they don't realize that you just keep driving. This is just rerouted for the highway. It's not, you don't need to have your turn signal on, you have the right of way. Granted, the signs for it are not good. They could have done this a lot better, but, there's only one way to go, my guy. You don't need to put on your turn signal. You just follow the road. But I digress. And it's even worse because, people like to support their small businesses, and I get that. However, it's a little frustrating when they hold up the entire, road just to turn into one of these businesses. And granted, they don't really have another option, but man, it is a hot mess right now. And it's not going to be better for a long time. Now what are you doing? Don't let them go. You have the right of way. We've already been sitting here. Oh, that was nice. Okay. At least you guys waved. I can forgive you for that. I'm still mad at you, Iowa. Oh gosh, and now you're turning too. Okay. They're also putting a roundabout up here, which we all know how that goes. Not well. I don't even know what else to talk about. Honestly, I'm just upset about the traffic. There's not supposed to be traffic in small towns. That is the opposite of what they're supposed to be. I don't know. Moral of the story: my town is a mess. People with Iowa and honestly lately Minnesota plates are terrible at driving, and yeah, just don't be an idiot. Or if you are, at least wave, because then it makes everybody else feel a little better. It's one of those small town isms. Midwest nice kind of deal. If you screw someone over in traffic, if you wave, it makes it better. Genuinely. I cannot tell you how many times someone has cut me off or whatever, and they wave, and I'm not as mad anymore. Still a little mad because I wasn't trying to let them in or whatever, because they fly up out of nowhere and expect to be let in that second. Kind of reminds me of work sometimes. You can't squeeze me in to an appointment. No, I can't. We're completely booked, and you're diarrhea with your dog is not an emergency, but okay. Anyway. But yeah, if they wave, it just makes it a little bit better. That does not excuse major transgressions, but minor ones are okay. You can smooth that over with a little "thanks for letting me in even though I didn't give you a choice" wave. Good stuff. I guess we can segue into Midwest road etiquette. Covered the wave. 4-way stops. Okay, this is our greatest nightmare. I think nobody likes these, especially when there's 2 lanes, because then you already don't know what's going on, but now you really don't know what's going on. So what do? You wave on everybody else, and if they wave you on, then you just keep waving until you let a few people go, and then it's all good. And then if you try to go, then someone gets mad at you, maybe, or they just keep waving you on, and you're like, nah, you go first, fam. It's okay. It's just you just sit there for hours, and it's a good time. It's a very friendly occasion. It's kind of like a little cookout, but you all just sit in your cars and wave at each other. It's your socialization for the week. What else is there? What do we got? Roundabouts. I don't know why that's such a big thing lately. Nobody knows what they're doing. I watched someone drive right over the middle of one before. I don't know what they were thinking. It was a Kia, but so that checks out. But you know what I mean? What is happening? Man, it just never stops. Oh, genuinely important road safety thing here. Okay, do not swerve if there's a deer. Hit the brakes. Try not to hit it, but do not, for the love of God, swerve, because you're going to hit another car and kill somebody, or you're going to kill yourself because you're going to roll your car. It's fine. Just hit the deer. You'll fare a lot better than if you swerve. Car might not, but that's not important. And I get it. It's expensive to get a new car. Ideally, you won't have to get a new car, but who knows? Most important thing is you survive. And I've known people that have been seriously injured because they were hit by someone that tried to swerve around a deer, and that's not okay. So do not swerve to avoid hitting a deer. Hit the brakes, whatever, just don't swerve. This message is brought to you by, Raleigh Road Safety Initiative. You can also talk about safety for your pets in cars. Might make a separate thing on that, but why not just hit it now? So, let's see. Please contain your pets in a vehicle. It is not safe to have them just wandering around the car, especially not sitting in your lap. What do you think is going to happen when your airbag goes off because you get in a crash? You're going to smoke the dog and you, and you're both going to probably die because it's this little dog suffocating in the airbag and it's pressed up against your chest, and that's not going to feel good either. You really should have them in a crate or in a seat belt, and if you do use a seat belt, use a harness with it, preferably one of the ones with the thicker chest band instead of just the strappy ones, if that makes sense. That way the pressure of it kind of holds them a little better, kind of avoid some whiplash there. There's a lot of options for seatbelts, crates, whatever. I personally use both. Mostly the crate, because Murphy's just more comfortable in a crate. In the car, he's not a big fan of car rides. But also, I just feel like it's safer. Then you don't have to worry about airbags as much. And, all that good junk. Cats need to be in a carrier. Don't let them wander around your car. I can't tell you how many cats I've had to fish out of people's cars because they roll up to the vet and they didn't want to go in their carrier at at their house, so they certainly don't want to go into one to get in the clinic. Also, okay, segue into other stuff. Yeah, anyway, you know, you trailer your horses safely, I hope, and other large animals. Do the same for your small animals. Crate them, or at the very least for dogs, use a seatbelt and a good harness. Like, it really does save lives. Yours and your passengers and your pets. Again, this message is brought to you by the Raleigh Road Safety Initiative. Moving on, etiquette at the vet. For the love of all things holy, please do not bring your dog in on, well, use a leash, but please don't use a retractable leash. Can't tell you how many times they've been like running around the whole waiting room because they don't lock their leash, like, or just don't even use one at all. Like, just a few weeks ago we had someone come in with their dog and it wasn't on a leash, and the dog just like starts booking it back to the back of the clinic, and we're like, what, excuse me? We don't always have a room open to shove you guys in because you're disrupting the waiting room because you didn't put your cat in a carrier or leash your dog, or you're not locking your retractable leash, Satan's string. I hate those things. So obnoxious. There's more roadkill. I should have started a roadkill count. Let's just estimate a good solid 6. Anyway, yeah, please be smart. Your cat may sit in your arms nice, but the dog that you have to sit next to is not cat friendly and will try to eat your cat. And if it's not in a carrier, that's going to end real well. And your dog will not listen to you when it's all stressed at the vet, at least not as well, and it will run off down the hallway. And we do not want that because we currently have 3 hospitalized patients and other animals back there that don't really appreciate a random dog running up to them. Or there's a surgery going on and, you know, the door has to swing, you know, well enough that you don't have to like touch it with your hands because you have to be sterile and all that stuff. You know, it's just like one of those swinging doors. So your dog could just run in there at any time, and that's incredibly unsafe for everybody involved. So please, please, please leash your dog. Use a good, solid leash, not a retractable leash. Please crate your cats, or even your small dogs. Like, it's a few minutes for the appointment, or while you're waiting for the appointment to start, get in the room, then you can do whatever, you can, you know, whatever. And then leash them back up, crate them up, take them out to the car. Ideally, you'll keep them contained in the car as well, because I just talked about that, but whatever, at least it's in your own, you know, can't endanger other people's animals at that point as much. Whatever happens in that car is on you then. Hopefully you're being safe, but, you know, can't please everybody, I guess. Oh, man. I have so many rants. And this all started with dumb driving. What a time to be alive. Let's see, what else can I ramble about in like 5 minutes? That might be it for me. I lost the Iowa guy, so I've been just vibing on the road here. Here's the gas station. Shout out to Quick Trip. It's a Colt and you should be in it. Best one ever. Anyway. Oh god, I don't want to get hit by that. Jeez. Almost got smoked by a dump truck. What the heck? Homie did not turn that corner as tightly as he should have. Gosh. Back on the idiot driving, I guess. I don't know what was on front of the thing. I think they just didn't have the little scoopy thing up dump truck terminology. But there's something hanging out like in front of it, and it almost hit me when it turned. So that was cool. Oh man. Look at all those deer and turkeys up there. There you go. We'll end off on that. Just imagine like dozens of turkeys and deer vibing in this empty cornfield right now. Something you see like every day around here, but you know what? It's still kind of fun. You're legally obligated. There's another Midwest road rule there. Legally obligated to point out deer, turkeys, cows, and horses. There should be some horses up here, but I will probably cut this off before we get to that part. Alrighty, y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully, if you're driving somewhere, you don't encounter all the stupid people. It's inevitable to get some, but you know, for your sakes, I hope it's minimal. And I'll talk at y'all later. Bye-bye.